All right, it's obvious that very soon work will be concluded along this the three arm zone road, which is the new Government House Boulevard. Yes, the boulevard is quite a beautiful place, and the beautification is not yet concluded because many things are still coming up along this boulevard. But the other time I gave you the night view of this place, and it's quite beautiful. You may not know that you are in Anambra State and Awka in particular. So, but that does not mean that everything is perfect. There are still some observations people made concerning this boulevard, and that is the normal thing people talk. So it is not out of place if we made some observations. Oh, you see, well done. No?
What else, sir?
Onagakwa?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This okay, go and paint the interlock and the capstone.
Yeah.
So, but painting this interlock, is that the best? Yeah?
Yeah, that's the best, and it looks nice.
Okay. So, but it means that it has to be repainted.
Yes.
I cannot touch it. No, not touch it because it was going down.
Like here now, I got never other 1 year. Now I may expect. Yes.
Get it?
I hear. They put here under 1 year. But this time come here, I got as well as.
I thought as much.
So the best thing.
So, give my hair get you up here. Why I have get you up here?
Yeah, but John, I just came here. You wait to get a fire.
Tell that job.
Sansan.
So this is white sand.
Yes.
All drama.
Sansan.
Man, all white sand now.
Yeah, Jamie. Open a to the waterproof.
Waterproof, okay. So waterproof and prevent I heat. Okay. So bad yeah, bro, big thing for government. So yes, we are going to move down the boulevard and give you some little encounter and interaction we have. And as you can see, this is rain that disturbed that painting. So it's not an issue anyway. The patches you are seeing now is not an issue because that is just the first painting before the application of the second painting. Okay, now so far so good. There are tremendous improvement and jobs being done on this road. There's no doubt about that. But people have been able to mention that the flanks, that is the sides of this road, need very serious landscaping. That in this part of the world we usually neglect landscaping a lot, which is part of the problems that we are having. The problem of bringing in dust, sand on our roads. Yes, lack of proper landscaping is a big problem. And I promised earlier that I need to make a video. We need to make a video and have some interactions on why we are having sandy roads and why we are having dust all over. That is a normal thing if some certain things are not done in our environment. Yes, I've been able to do some research and I discovered that even then, even those places in Europe, America, every other places, if they do what we are doing here, they will still have problem of dust and problem of sand. It is not about weather. It is about what is being done in the place, the way cities have been done, the way cities have been constructed. That is why we see sand and dust on our road. And I was shocked to realize that or to understand that they once have this kind of problems in their environment. I mean, abroad, Europe, America, those places, they have similar problem before they were able to solve such problems. Yes, weather can be a contributing factor, but it's not the problem. The problem is the way we make our cities. So people were also able to observe that the trees like they are dying off. So, but we'll still come to that. And thirdly, the painting of this interlock, of which I think I'm among the first people that made that observations about the painting. Well, the painting may not look bad, but we are talking about maintenance. And personally, I remember I said that I prefer the interlock to be in their natural color. I've not seen where they paint interlock, but it could be an innovation anyway on the part of the governor. And if it is working out fine and good, but if we are doing something, we must always have at the back of our mind the type of politics that will play in this country. You know, people tend to bring in their own innovation and everything when they come into office, and the other person might come in and decide not to be doing what the present governor is doing. And you know how good we are in maintenance. That is it. So such paintings will need constant touch and retouch. Constant touch and retouch. If we want it to remain like this, for a very long time, and we don't have option, it must remain like this. So, because this is the entrance to the government house. So there is no option. It must be like this at all times. And painting and repainting the interlock shouldn't be an issue for the government. And what they need to do is just to allocate funds for it. And that says this all. So it's not an issue.
Well done,
Yes,
sir.
Okay. This okay, go and paint the interlock and the capstone.
Yeah.
So, but painting this interlock, is that the best?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's the best, and it looks nice.
Okay. So, but it means that it has to be repainted.
Yes.
I cannot touch it. No, not touch it because it was going down.
Like in there now,
over million years. I suspect him not million years.
In my hair, I cut one by one. I get brush, cut one by one.
Okay, you get it?
Brush. Cut one by one.
Okay, after this black.
So I cut I need to here. So cut I cover.
I want more. I take a black. You will white cut one.
No, I mean I can use a brush. Jikwa this color.
Okay. Weapon to be me.
Cut here. You need to take okay for cut I cover.
Okay.
Now
But will you still use brush?
Yes.
I had to use cement does. Because I'm one thing.
Yesterday we priming came. This is priming. So
okay, now priming.
It's fine.
But it's why I tell you the other one on top.
Yes.
Okay. Well, to me, leaving it natural color, interlock is always the best. I think this is the first time I'm seeing where they are painting interlock.
You know,
to me, you are acting under instruction.
It's true.
When you're but I'm just forgetting. I like why
the best here, this year is not interlocking. I suppose you cast that na cast. Casting is the best thing. Come out cast sorry, a user printing this thing now.
Yeah, that printing.
This is mainly or mama. Open that now that a polish here. Because here now, within 1 year, about 1 year said.
1 year again.
By June.
Come really man machani na. Really macha the painting happen. One the interlock na the my open to make the interlock. Arapo ku eto natural. We watch akita eba na me interlock if goes to mama.
Like eba now. I ga na eba other 1 year. Na me expect. Yes.
Get it?
I hear. They put here under 1 year. But this time come here, I gonna ask for bass.
I thought as much.
So the best thing.
So give my hageju epuya. Why I hageju epuya?
Yeah, but John, I just keji me ana. You wait here get 5.
Tell that job.
Sand.
So this is white sand.
Yes.
Odroma.
Sand.
Man, all white sand now.
Yeah, Jamie. Open hat to the waterproof.
Waterproof, okay. So waterproof and prevent I heat. Okay. So bad yeah, bro, big thing for government to remove now and do it properly. Okay, I try one the other side. After call the Amaran Kakamma.
I cast very well.
Okay, what that casting? Okay, kita ngota ị na-ekwu. Ọ bụ na casting enweghị dị ka ifia ipukwa. And ndị mkwa eme that printing ọfụma. Eme that printing ọ dịkwa neat.
Come on, all look old by 1 year or 2 years. I got tear polish. Because when we polish they tear.
Oh, they quite sharp. Yes. Even that printing can might paint than this interlock.
They measure the print and they tell anything.
I don't tell anything. Okay, I don't tell anything. Okay. Well now.
So you're welcome back from that short interaction from a worker on the site. And I remember I've said something like that he's not having a waterproof underneath. I showed the video, and I said it also that it will, enable grasses to grow underneath and sprout out on the interlock. But some people said that, or one person, the waterproof doesn't stop the grass from growing from under. So, but this is something that I know, except if I stand to be corrected, in that regard. So you can see the natural color of the interlock. There's nothing wrong with this. That is how interlock used to be, and we don't have to spend the money, painting this thing and repainting them. In fact, we may not even need to paint the 3 pots, the curbs on the 3 pots, because this too much painting makes things look childish and rough, honestly. Something like this is perfect. Okay, now see the area that they have painted. Well, this video, the people that are painting these things, they are very fast. So I think the video was made in the morning, but in the evening, they are done with the paintings. Then secondly, on the aspect of tree planting, yes, the trees have been planted, and some people are saying or expressing fears that the trees will die off. Nope, I don't think that they will die off. They don't die like that. And, trees can behave differently in a different environment. Like as they've transplanted these ones, it may experience transplant shock. When you move a tree from another place to another place, the roots and everything may find it not easy to adjust. So it's a transplant shock, and environmental differences, is still part of the problem. Probably talk about the temperature, sunlight, and the rest of them, or humidity of that place. Then watering issue. Yes, we have seen them water the tree, the flowers, the trees, but overwater is still not good, and underwater also is still very bad. Then the root disturbances cannot be ruled out in this issue. The roots, they may find it not easy to adapt, and there could be some little damages, affects trees. Then the tree species and the rest of them, these are the things that can make a tree, to take some time while adjusting. But definitely, I know that they will survive, even if 1 or 2 or 3 dies off. It's not an issue. They can be changed, because these 3 have been surviving inside a bucket. Now they have more areas to to enjoy. They shouldn't be an issue. So I'm sure that they will not die. The only thing that will happen, like I said, is some time. The tree needs some time to survive. But I know, I know some places also, like the Solution Fund City, you will see them transplant even smaller ones, but they will still remain like that. There will be no shaking. They will not feel as if anything has happened. So it's like that. They will survive. They will survive. But the only thing I expected them to do is to maybe add some little manure before adding topsoil around the tree base. You can see that they added topsoil, which is very okay for the tree. And having said that, another angle that people were talking about is the landscaping of the sites. Yes, the sites need good landscaping. There should be nothing like red earth being seen around. Everywhere should be covered with either grass or concrete. And secondly, this place deserve a good and spacious sidewalk. The roadside walk, I've not seen a good, in fact, I've not seen a comfortable roadside walk around this area. Yes, it's not a crime if I should say it. Sidewalks are supposed to be spacious. In fact, some sidewalk, cars can move on it. Some sidewalk, they use tar. They pave it with coal tar. Some sidewalk the size of a car, and where a car can move comfortably during an emergency. So that is the normal sidewalk I talk about. If you go to Abuja now, at least some of our roads are supposed to be something like Abuja. It's not having 2 lanes, 3 lanes road, but what about other aspects of the roads? Are they inclusive? Like this type of road now should have a very spacious, sizable sidewalk. Yes, by both sides. There are spaces. There are a lot of spaces by both sides. They are supposed to have it with probably some shrubs, flowers around them, that will run from one end to the other end. That is it. Well, I haven't talked about that sidewalk. Which other thing that they observed? I think we are done with the observations they made so far. And yes, there is last another thing that people also talk about. But that one is right there in front of the government house. Those empty places, that place is very large. Also, very large places near that tower. Don't worry, by the time we get there, I will still take a good look at it. The government has to figure out what to do with that place. Yes, they need to figure out if they are not yet concluded on what to do, let that place be under a very nice landscaping. Probably grasses will be planted all over the place and it will give it a very greeny environment. Yes, that is what I think that will be quite okay for the place. You can see the street light. This one is quite special. Special is bigger, is shining brighter in the night, unlike some of the ones that I've seen so far on the street. And that is the standard. Everything about this place is supposed to be special, and they are showing it gradually. So here now is the place I was referring to. You can see a very big and vast area of land is here. Very, very large. So the government, well, I know they know the best, but people have made that observation that they should utilize it. And me, I'm saying that if they are not ready to use it or to figure out what to do with it, they can just, work on it and don't leave it empty. I mean, to landscape it, do some green grass over that place and plant some trees. With time, when they figure out what to do with the place, they can now venture into it and utilize it properly. So let's move a bit to the front gate of the new government house, Awka.